On today's Daily Strike, the Lightning return to practice today after a day off, and they make roster cuts ahead of the Syracuse Crunch opening their training camp today. This is the latest news and notes on the Tampa Bay Lightning for Monday, September 29th, 2025. I'm Steve Versnick. The Lightning will return to practice today at the TGH Iceplex in Brandon, starting at 10:15. The practices are free and open to the public. The Lightning did reduce their training camp roster by 22 players yesterday. The following players were assigned to the Syracuse Crunch: forwards Tristan Allard, Cooper Flinton, Brendan Fury, Ethan Gauthier, Nico Huhtinen, Spencer Curtin, Connor Kurth, Lucas Mercury, Reese Newkirk, Milo Rowlands, and Gabriel Stutz. Defensemen Charles Edward Destu, Dylan Gill, Maxim Groshev, Chris Harper, Tommy Miller, and Matteo Pietronero, and goaltenders Harrison Menigan. Additionally, Ryan Fanti, Simon Lundmark, Scott Sabrin, and Steven Santini have been placed on waivers for the purpose of reassignment. Head coach John Cooper on making cuts.
They're always hard, regardless. And naturally, they get harder as the regular season, opening day approaches. So I just think, with this group, if I was going to, sum up the first 4 games of camp is, I'm not going to read anything into the scores and stuff like that, but it is always nice to be on the winning side of it. But, the compete level of the group, I said this the other night, has been exceptional. And
one guy still in Lightning camp is Vitek Stakoviak, who spoke about his opportunity after Friday night's game.
I'm more of a day-by-day person. I don't like to think much about the future, so it just try to be the best I can every practice, every game, and then have fun with the guys. So it worked so far. So definitely going to continue to do that.
The cuts leave the Lightning with 32 players in camp. The Bolts will play the Panthers now 3 times this week to close out the preseason. That'll start tomorrow night in Orlando. Puck drop scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern. Our radio pregame coverage will get underway at 6:30 on 102.5 The Bone and in the Lightning mobile app. You can watch the game on the Spot Channel 66 here in Tampa starting at 6:30 as well. For details on how to watch the Bolts this season, including in the mobile app, go to TampaBayLightning.com.
This day in Lightning history.
It was on this date in 2020 that the Lightning returned home from the bubble in Edmonton, where they had won the Stanley Cup the night before. Captain Steven Stamkos presented the Stanley Cup to owner Jeff Vinik on the tarmac of the Tampa Jet Center, and the players were reunited with their families for the first time in over 2 months. Dave Mishkin and Greg Linelli return with Lightning Power Lunch today at noon Eastern. They'll go over all the Lightning cuts and what that means for the roster going forward. You can watch the show on Facebook, X, and YouTube, or listen live in the Lightning mobile app, or download the podcast in your favorite app and listen anytime. A happy birthday to the 2004 Stanley Cup champion captain and Hall of Famer Dave Andreychuk, who scored 68 goals in 4 seasons with the Bolts. Also, a happy birthday to John Tucker, who scored 49 goals in 4 seasons with the Lightning in the 90s. There's even more alumni birthdays. Rudy Postchek, Benoit Pouliot, and Matt Lashoff all celebrating birthdays today as well. Thank you for listening to the Daily Strike for Monday, September 29th, 2025. I'm Steve Versnick, where every day is Hockey Day.